riders will look to get their tyres warmed up in this formation lap before we get to the business end of the race. In the meantime, I'm joined by Suresh Babu in the commentary box. And Suresh, you were here before as well, earlier during the 1000cc Superbike race as well. Please enlighten us about how this Gixxer Cup and the races work.
Yeah, thank you for having me again. As we discussed earlier today, during the formation lap, the warm-up of the Gixxer Cup. So the Gixxer Cup is a one-make race. It has got one specification of motorcycle for all the riders. So every rider has got a similar motorcycle. So it is up to the rider's skills for him to get to his place. So this will act as a stepping stone for all the young riders to start their racing career. Having said that, in this race also we have two categories. One is the Gixxer Cup and the other one is the Asia Cup of Road Racing. So in that we have riders from four other countries: Philippines, Australia, Japan and Nepal. So we have young riders from these countries who are under 15 who are taking part. The main idea of this is to share the racing culture between both the countries, and as they are young riders, this is the time they learn and adapt to the racing culture and the skills they learn.
The experience that they get as well, rubbing shoulders with these international riders, I think it's absolutely immense. And it's as we have earlier spoken as well, it's a stepping stone for them to getting into motorsports, two-wheelers, and probably and hopefully go on and get the tricolour flying high. See the formation lap still underway. The riders will be Dan Carlo, Matthews and Sachin Chaudhary blocking the first row.
So this also being the final round of the Gixxer Cup for the season. Between today and tomorrow, we will have the Gixxer Cup champion, who is going to win the championship for this year. Joseph Matthews leading the championship, and followed by
certainly Joseph Matthews had a fantastic start, won all 4 races of the opening round, and then went on to win another in the next round as well. So he won 5 of the first 6 races, did Joseph Matthews. He's certainly starting as one of the favourites here as well.
Yeah, and he's closely followed by Malspang Leana from Aizwal. So there's a bunch of riders from Aizwal also. This is the first time we have riders from the east of our country taking part in motorsport, and there's a whole lot of talent there. We could find them thanks to our selection programs. Together JK and Suzuki went to Aizwal to select riders from there, and there's a huge potential, untapped potential rather, and there's nearly half of the grid. The riders are from the east of the country.
Well, we got 8 bikers coming in from Aizwal. It underlines the growth in popularity of the sport in the northeastern part of India. We're underway, lap number 2 of the 6-lap race, the last race of the day, and it's the Gixxer Cup. Certainly, as we said, young riders, we may be seeing a couple of mistakes here and there, but these are the mistakes for which they will learn as they progress further in their careers. Joseph Matthews, who started the race very well, is leading the track, followed by Miyu Nakahara, that's the Japanese, and Sachin Chaudhary, who started at P3, remains at the 3rd spot.
Exactly, just the topic we are discussing about now. We can see the young Japanese girl fighting with Joseph Matthew for the lead, and this is a great exposure for both the kids. They're riding new tracks, new motorcycles. This is the way they develop their skills.
It's a good start for Nakahara. She started from P13 only to move up to the second spot. In this race, she's only 0.4 odd seconds behind Joseph Matthews. Matthews certainly got his task cut out here.
Yeah, Joseph Matthews got to win this race and see the championship. Also, now he's got great experience with international riders like Miyu Nakahara. And at number 3 is Sachin Chowdhury. He's also a great rider. He's also notably a product of our rider program, for under 13 rider program. He was selected and he represented India at the Red Bull Road to MotoGP selection round in Spain last year. So he's also cut out his racing career path.
Right then, coming in Nakahara, bike number 39, as you see, which is very closely followed by Sachin Chowdhury. Almost halfway through this race.
Looks like Nakahara has taken the lead from Matthew. Yeah, Nakahara has overtaken Sachin and also Joseph Matthew.
The top 3 very close together. We will see this every now and then through the remainder of the 3 laps, that there will be ups and downs as far as the top 3 is concerned. It is Twitter in particular, and it's been common service that JK tires have for Indian motorsports for the last couple of days.
Looks like Joseph Matthews got a slipstream over Nakahara, and he's overtaken.
About 3 laps, and certainly one would hope like a leg, and certainly a bit of sting and a bit of competition. The fastness goes up basically to the dead power. Certainly not here at the moment, as the top 3 are going at it very close. Not much of a gap there between the 3.
Yeah, it's a fighting race. Changing positions every lap, in between every corners they're changing positions. You can see that the rider and trying to overtake. As we said earlier, all the motorcycles have the exact power.
At the Buddh International Circuit, last race of the day, the Gixxer Cup, day 1 of the 2-day event, which is the final round of the 2017 JK Tyre National Racing Championship, and it's the top 3 who are running away with it at the moment. Sachin Chowdhury now has the lead, followed by Joseph Matthew, and you've got Nakahara there. So all 3 moving up and down as far as the top 3 are concerned. Then follows in the pack of 5 behind them.
Yeah, there are 2 leading bunches now. As we are just talking now, Nakahara has got the slipstream of Joseph Matthew, and she's managed to overtake Joseph Matthew, and she is gunning at Sachin now. Let's see who comes out first on the C1.
It is Sachin who manages to hold her off the challenge from Nakahara. In fact, I think it's Joseph Matthew as well who's trying to take the inside line and try and...
yeah. Such an exciting race. Is the positions changing every corner.
That's what everyone's come out to see. Everyone's tuning in to see. And obviously, if someone takes a lead from 1 till the end, and it's a rather one-sided race, that's when the whole field of motorsports dies. But obviously, as you said, all the riders have the same bike. It's all about the rider skills, and at the moment, it looks like it is Sachin Chowdhury who's leading. Yes, it is Sachin. Very closely followed by Joseph Matthew.
And looks like Joseph Matthew's got the best of the slipstream, and he's overtaken Sachin Chowdhury. And going to C1, let's see who is going to get the lead now. Oh, the girl Nakahara has taken the lead. she's overtaken both of them, Sachin and Joseph. So 2 more exciting laps to go.
It is Nakahara, Joseph and Sachin Chaudhary right at the top, trading blows, trading positions. At the moment it is Mui Nakahara who is leading the race as far as first 4 laps are concerned.
And she seems to have opened a little bit of lap at distance, at least a 5 bike length distance she's opened up. Let's see what's going to happen in the next corners.
Right now there was a little attempt from the bike at number 3 to come in and overtake from the inside, but very well defended there by counterpart who is coming in ahead of them. But it is Nakahara who continues to lead. The number 4 certainly has dropped away from the middle pack to come up and join up on closing in on the top 3.
Yeah, so it's been an exciting race. This race seems to be more interesting than the 1000cc races. The close fighting and change of positions is like really good.
It's always good for the sport itself, because then you know that it will be an intense and it will be an exciting race right till the checkered flag. So the 4 now up front rather than just 1. Nakahara continues to lead, and she is followed by Joseph Matthew, Sachin Chaudhary, and now coming in is Sai Rahil at the 4th position.
Oh, it's such an exciting race. 4 bikes in the same corner, and it's really exciting.
Almost slipping there was Sai Rahil.
Now
it was a wonderful performance while it lasted from Nakahara, starting it at P13 and came up all the way to challenge the boys at the top, only to lose out her bike at the penultimate lap, the last corner of the penultimate lap. But at the moment all the concentration is on Sachin Chaudhary, Joseph Matthews and Sai Rahil, the 3 men fighting for the top spot, the podium position. It seems that their podium position is sealed, but what position on the podium is the question.
That is the thing. As we say, it is not over until you cross the finish line. We just saw Nakahara's bike just blow up. You never know.
Well, at the moment it is Sai Rahil who's got the lead. He is at the number 1 spot. He's closely followed in by the other 2, Sachin Chaudhary and Joseph Matthews. And a momentary mistake is all it takes for a driver to lose out. And as we see, there's another one walking off with their bike losing the balance. Now we're not very far away from crowning the winner of this race, as all 3, Joseph Matthews, Sachin Chaudhary and Sai Rahil, come in round the final corner. This is where all the action is. It is coming in from the inside is Sachin Chaudhary. He does well. It's a little bit of bobble as well. Wanted to get in a close line, and he does so. Now coming in forward is Sahil Rai, who will finish in the end. It will be a neck-to-neck finish, not a photo finish, but yes, it is.
All the 3 riders are within a few tenths of a second.
Well, it seems it is Sachin Chaudhary who's gone on to win that race.
We need to look at the time screens. It's been a photo finish. Yeah, it's confirmation. Sachin wins, followed by Sahil, and 3rd is Joseph Matthew.
So Sachin Chaudhary from P3 has gone on to win the race, and he is followed by Sai Rahil and Joseph Matthew. So another good performance coming in from Sachin Chaudhary. Sai Rahil 2, Matthews completes the podium, Sanjeev Matre 4th, Lal Mavi Bhuiya 5th, Kartik Mehtati 6th, Alex Bora coming in 7th, Israel Transponder coming in at 9th, Transponder in fact at 8th. So that's the confirmation there, that's the news coming in, that it is in fact Sachin Chaudhary, the man who clocked 2 minutes 54.977 in the qualifying. And that was the moment, that last turn is where it all changed hands. And look at those, just making sure that he's not allowing any of those.
What a finish, what an exciting finish for the race. It's such a great feeling for all the 3 riders to just be between a few tenths of a second.
Absolutely. I think the gap between the first and the third was 0.321 seconds. So that tells you how closely fought this race was. Well, it was supposed to be the sixth race of the day. I'm glad now we moved it to the last because the best was saved for the last.
Yeah, exactly. It has been the most exciting race of the day.
So there's your confirmation on the screen. Suzuki winning the Gixxer Cup race 1, followed by Sai Rahil, Joseph Matthews. These are the top three who will take the podium. Sanjeev Matre, Lal Mavipuya and Karthik Metati completing 4, 5 and 6 respectively. Another great day of racing we've had at the Buddh International Circuit. Another wonderful, wonderful performance by all the drivers. While some finish at the podium, some don't. But the effort that's put in by the drivers, by the teams, by the back-end staff, all of them needs to be applauded because it is certainly a wonderful event that's happening at the BIC. Parents of some of the drivers here as well, the riders. And what a proud moment it will be for them to see their ward go on to the top and lift the trophy. Wonderful moment. That's all they've worked for so far in their careers. And moving forward, I think there will be many more moments like this for their family to be proud of.
Exactly. It's great to see the family coming out and supporting the kids. This is all they need when they're at the beginning of their career. They need the support of the family to grow places.
Certainly, India being one of those countries where all the family support generally goes down for cricket, but now we're seeing other sports coming up. They're getting a lot of funding as well, a lot of backing from the family, whether it be football or motorsports like this. We saw earlier Euro JK as well, then the Formula LGB4, all kinds of motor racing is getting a lot of backing, not just from the families but from the sponsors as well.
Exactly. The very reason we both of us are sitting here and talking about this is a prime example now that we are also looking at other sports other than cricket.
Absolutely. I think it was high time that India, termed as the sleeping giant as far as other sports was concerned, gets its rightful place on the world map as far as motorsports and other sports are concerned. You can see the drivers now, the riders now getting back into the pits, and the confirmation with Sachin Chaudhary taking the checkered flag. He was followed by Sai Rahil, and Joseph Matthew had to settle for third. Although Joseph Matthew did have a quicker lap, one of the quicker laps, than Sai Rahil, but I think it was all down to that final turn of the lap, this corner 16 of the final lap, where it all went and the final exchange of positions happened.
Exactly. As we talk, it's also about the racecraft. Looks like in this race, Sachin had a better racecraft.
Certainly, because all the bikes are the same. One cannot say that his bike was faster and quicker than the B's bike, but it was all down to the individual skills of these riders, and certainly Sachin Chaudhary showcased the top.